Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I will be discussing about a mental law that is quietly controlling your life, which most people never even notice. But before we get into this video topic, I invite you to click the link shown in the description below, where you can download the ebook or freebies relating to this topic. Now let's get started. What if the biggest force shaping your life isn't your circumstances, but something happening quietly inside your own mind? Most people believe their life is controlled by outside factors: bad luck, other people, the economy, their past, timing, or fate. It feels safer to point outward. But there's a quiet mental law at work every single day, shaping your experiences, your relationships, your opportunities, and even how people respond to you. And most people never even notice it. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't punish you loudly or reward you instantly. It works silently, patiently, and with absolute consistency. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You'll start catching it in real time, playing out in your own life. Here's the truth many people avoid. Your life isn't random. It's not disconnected from what goes on in your mind. Your thoughts are not harmless background noise. They are active forces. They shape your character, and your character shapes your behavior, and your behavior shapes the result you live with. Think about it. Every habit you have started as a thought. Every decision came from an internal conversation. Every reaction was triggered by something you told yourself. Over time, repeated thoughts turn into patterns. Patterns turn into behavior, and behavior builds the life you're experiencing right now. Yet most people try to change their lives by changing only the outside. They chase a new job, a new relationship, more money, or better luck. But they never question the mental environment they live in all day, every day. That's like trying to clean a river while continuing to dump trash up the stream. But the law is simple, even if it's uncomfortable. What you consistently think about yourself, others, and life eventually shows up in tangible or physical ways. If someone constantly entertains resentment, even quietly, it won't stay hidden. It slips into their tone, their body language, and their assumptions. Their patience shortens, their words sharpen. People feel it even if they can't explain why. Over time, relationships strain and opportunities drift away. And the person concludes, people are always against me, never realizing their inner world has been shaping their outer one. On the other hand, someone who trains their mind towards patience, self-respect, and calm doesn't just feel different internally. They respond instead of reacting. They listen more carefully. They speak with clarity. Others trust them. Doors open more easily. Not because life plays favorites, but because mental causes creates visible effects. And it goes even deeper. Your thoughts don't just affect you, they affect everyone around you. You've walked into a room where someone is angry, and without a word spoken, the air feels heavy. You've also felt the opposite. One grounded, steady person can calm an entire space. That kind of influence doesn't come from force, it comes from inner discipline. Discipline sounds restrictive, but in the mind, it's freedom. Without it, your thoughts run on autopilot, repeating old fears and old narratives formed years ago. With it, you decide what stays and what goes. Yes, thoughts can appear automatically, but whether you feed them, repeat them, or act on them, that's where choice begins. The mind is like a garden. Weeds grow on their own. Strength, clarity, patience. Those have to be planted and tended. Destructive thoughts rarely shout at first. They whisper, "This always happens to me. I'm just being realistic. There's no point even trying." Each time you agree with them, you strengthen them. Eventually, they stop sounding like thoughts and start sounding like facts. This law doesn't care if your thoughts feel justified. It responds to consistency. Think in ways that weaken you long enough and you'll feel weaker. Think in ways that strengthen you long enough and you'll feel stronger. It's neutral. It simply reflects what you cultivate. Two people can live in the same city, face similar challenges, and experience completely different lives. Their circumstances may look alike, but their inner filters are not. You might wonder why good people sometimes struggle while dishonest people seems to succeed. Timing plays a role. Mental habits compound over years. Results don't always show up immediately. Someone can ride the momentum of past discipline for a long time. Someone else can struggle while building a new foundation. This law is patient. It doesn't rush and it doesn't forget. The empowering part is this. It works in your favor the moment you begin working with it. You don't have to fake positivity or deny real problems. This isn't about pretending everything is fine. It's about refusing to repeatedly entertain thoughts that sabotage your growth. It's about catching your mind when it drifts into bitterness, self-pity, or hopelessness, and gently choosing a different direction. It starts small. Notice how often you complain internally. Notice how quickly you assume the worst. Notice how you speak to yourself when you fail. Awareness is the first shift. Then you begin replacing, not with fantasy, but with strength. Patience instead of rage. Responsibility instead of blame. Compassion instead of contempt. And honesty instead of excuses. These aren't abstract virtues. They are mental habits, and habits grow with repetition. When you practice patience, you gain clarity under pressure. When you practice honesty, even in private, you build self-respect. When you practice compassion, you stop carrying anger that only harms you. And over time, these inner shifts change how you carry yourself, how you respond to setbacks, and how others respond to you. One of the strongest signs you are mastering your thoughts is emotional stability. A single comment no longer ruins your day. A small setback no longer feels catastrophic. You still feel emotions, but they become information, not commands. That's quiet power, the kind no one can take from you. Most people spend their lives trying to control outcomes, but the only thing you truly control is your inner world. And when you begin to master that, outcomes start aligning in ways that once felt impossible. This law doesn't promise an easy life. It promises a directed life, a life where you are no longer dragged around by unconscious habits and emotional reactions, a life where you are actively participating in shaping who you become. Think about the version of yourself you want to grow into: calm, confident, focused, respectful, fulfilled. That person isn't created overnight. They are built thought by thought, day by day, and choice by choice. Every time you choose awareness over reaction, discipline over impulse, and growth over comfort, you are working with this law instead of against it. And here's the powerful part. No one else needs to see it. This is an inner shift, quiet, personal, and transformative. So pay attention to what you are rehearsing in your mind today, because your thoughts are not just private experiences, they are forces in motion. Now ask yourself honestly, are your thoughts building the life you want or reinforcing the life you are trying to escape? If this opened your eyes even a little, don't just move on. Start observing your thinking today. Test it and watch what changes. The law is already operating. The only question is whether you'll keep living by it unconsciously or begin using it on purpose. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for now. Once again, I invite you to check out the website shown in the description area below, where you can download the ebook or the freebies relating to this topic. And if you enjoy these types of topics, please press the like, subscribe, and share buttons below to receive notification when new videos are posted to this channel. Thank you for watching.